4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now this time Murray to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Here's Murray, flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now a give right side. Taylor. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They've got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big play that time on the catch and run. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Jackson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Murray. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the slant.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll get this one complete to Davis. 17-0 our score after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson going right side here, and that's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. but it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but and he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. That one good for 12 yards. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. He is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. On first down, Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On 2nd down and 4. Murray eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Hardman. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 37-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Jackson forced out to his left. And he goes out right around the 39. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On 3rd down, Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. He's going to find Gallup here, complete. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
Mike 54. Come on, G. Switch. Joker.
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Austin Eckler, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection.
And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too? Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
And
he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Now Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short, Jackson dancing to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Austin Eckler with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Now Doug Marrone not even hesitating. They're going to go for 2. Jackson from the shotgun to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He completes it to Bryant. First target, first catch, and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquise Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 51 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss a one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Play fake. Murray steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On second down, it's Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Flush to his right. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
This is taken at the 15.
We got this.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Jackson on first down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second down.
To throw again on second down. Jackson got his man there complete to Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. It's Eckler again. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Doug Marrone can only shake his head. His guys are turned away. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. They'll run on first down. Taylor, and for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. For the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Murray off play action. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Grady Jarrett busting through to get him for a loss of 6. The Chiefs on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Murray now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
To throw is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Tackle made there by Budda Baker.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Murray. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now, big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Mike 51. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Taylor. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from the 20. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 45-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Chiefs, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.